They say children imagine things. They say shadows stretch and twist in the dark, that reflections play tricks on tired eyes. But sometimes, children see things that adults have trained themselves to ignore. And sometimes, what sees them back doesn't belong in this world. This is the story of a little girl, a woman in a window in a place that was never meant to be found. Her name was Eliza. She was 7 years old, quiet, observant, the kind of child who noticed the little details, the things most people walked right past. She lived with her parents in a picture-perfect suburban neighborhood, where every house looked the same and nothing bad was ever supposed to happen. Her bedroom window faced the street, and every night, at exactly to 17 a.m., Eliza woke up. There was never a nightmare, never a sudden noise, just the chilling, undeniable feeling of being watched. The first time she saw the woman, Eliza was sure she was dreaming. Across the street, framed in the second-floor window of the old abandoned house, a figure stood. A woman. She wore something pale, almost luminous in the moonlight. Her dark hair hung perfectly still, not a single strand moving. She didn't wave. She didn't blink. She just stared, and she smiled. It was a smile that never reached her eyes, a thin, sharp line that felt completely wrong. Elisa told her parents the next morning. Her dad, trying to reassure her, went across the street with her mom. They checked the house. It was exactly as everyone knew it to be. Empty. The doors were boarded up, the windows covered in grime. Inside was just dust, cobwebs, and the smell of decay. There was no furniture, no power, and most strangely of all, no second-floor window where Elisa had pointed. They laughed it off, tousling her hair. "Just a bad dream, sweetie," her mom said. "The house is playing tricks on you." But the next night, it happened again. Las 2:17 Alto M. Elisa's eyes snapped open, and there she was, the woman, standing in a window that wasn't there. Same time, same position, same unnerving smile. Eliza began to leave her bedside lamp on, hoping the light would scare the phantom away. But the woman didn't disappear. The soft glow from Eliza's room only made her clearer. She stood far too still, like a department store mannequin, or a photograph pretending to breathe. As the days turned into a week, Eliza's fear grew. She stopped telling her parents. They wouldn't believe her anyway. She just watched the woman, and the woman watched her back. Then, one night, Elisa noticed something worse. The woman was closer to the glass, not by much, just a few inches, but she was definitely closer. It was as if she was slowly, patiently, pushing her way through the non-existent window pane. On the 7th night, the woman did something different. She raised her hand, slowly, deliberately, and she tapped on the window. Once, but the soft, distinct sound didn't come from across the street. It came from inside Eliza's room. Tap. Right on her own window. Eliza's heart hammered against her ribs. Then, the woman leaned forward, her face pressing against the glass. Her lips moved, forming 3 silent words. Elisa could read them perfectly. "I need you." The next morning, Eliza was gone. Her parents found her room empty. There were no broken doors, no forced locks, no open windows. Her bed was neatly made. Her pajamas were folded on the pillow where her head should have been. The only thing out of place, the only clue, was a set of fingerprints on the inside of her bedroom window. Small ones, belonging to a child. And beside them, a larger, longer set that didn't match anyone in the family. The police launched a massive search weeks. Went beat. Search dogs couldn't pick up a scent. Neighborhood security cameras had caught nothing. It was as if Eliza had simply vanished into thin air. Eventually, the official search slowed, then stopped. The case went cold. The world, as it often does, moved on. Everyone except for Eliza's grandfather. He was a man who had lived a very different life. A life in the shadows. He had spent his career working in places that didn't officially exist. Underground facilities, private laboratories, classified projects that studied things science couldn't explain. Things that defied physics and sanity. When he heard his son describe the woman, Eliza had seen the stillness, the impossible window. The smile of cold dread washed over him. He had seen them before. Or rather, he'd seen the records. In the files, they had a name for them. They were called collectors. Using old, decommissioned maps and his memory of forgotten government records, he found what he was looking for. An abandoned sanatorium on the outskirts of the city. To anyone else, it was just a ruin. But he knew better. He found a way in, and just as he suspected, the power was still on, humming faintly from a source deep underground. Behind a series of sealed, reinforced doors, he found the lab. The sight that greeted him was a nightmare. He walked down a long, sterile white hallway lined with rooms made of thick, bulletproof glass. And in each room stood a child, standing perfectly still, facing a pane of glass that looked out into the hallway. All of them were smiling that same vacant, frozen smile. Their eyes, wide and unblinking, followed him as he walked past. But their bodies never moved. They were alive, but they weren't awake. In the very last room, he found her. Elisa, standing just like the others. Her eyes were open. Her smile was a perfect, heartbreaking imitation of the one she used to have. She was looking right at him, but she didn't see him. And then he saw it, standing behind her, in the shadows of the room. The collector. No longer bothering with a human disguise. Its limbs were long and thin, bending at impossible angles. Its face was stretched too wide, the smile now a grotesque gash. When it spoke, the voice came from everywhere at once, a chorus of whispers inside his head. She saw me, so she belongs to us now. The grandfather screamed, throwing himself against the glass, but it was like hitting solid steel. It didn't even vibrate. The creature tilted its head, a slow, unnatural movement. Its smile stretched even wider. Impossibly so. "We don't take children," it whispered, the voice dripping with ancient amusement. "We grow replacements." Days later, the entire facility was destroyed in a fire of mysterious origin, so intense it melted steel. No records survived. No official explanations were ever given. The story was buried, erased from history. Elisa was never returned. Her parents never knew what truly happened, but windows are everywhere. In every house, on every street. And sometimes, when you find yourself waking up at the exact same time, night after night, when you feel that familiar pressure in your chest, that feeling of being watched, whatever you do, don't look. Because if you see her smiling back at you from a window where she shouldn't be, it's already too late. She's already chosen you. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this story, make sure to like and subscribe for more.